For those of you that are not particularly sort of pigeon minded, a pigeon is a pigeon. There's, you can't really argue with that. Racing pigeons are racing pigeons. They look very different. I hope that you've seen in the videos that we've done to the ones that you'll find on the street. Go on, boy, in you go. But yeah, pigeons are pigeon, and pigeons are able to fly sort of up to, depending on the wind, around about 500 miles on the day. If they're released early enough in the morning and everything's in their favour, they'll generally be able to fly 500 miles. However, some have been sort of bred, I suppose, to be more specialist at short distance racing, which I would say the majority of our birds are. That's our main sort of goal every year. That's our main enjoyment. We like the birds being up early. We like getting them home early so we can get on with our day, as well as the pigeons. But there's also a sort of certain type of pigeon that is more suited towards the longer races. So that's the purpose of today's video. We've got what we think now is, I suppose, a small collection of birds that we've bought in from various successful fanciers that we're going to show you today. In view there's one that we've bred ourselves. He's from the Geoff Cooper family of pigeons, crossed into our own. He had two good national positions in 2019, along with another sort of other good federation positions. We entered him into the Brithda show this week, which will be from Duffel, or the equivalent race point, 300 miles. So we think he's going to be suited more towards the longer races. So we have several others that we've bred ourselves. So today we're going to show you our small little collection of distance birds. Right, over to Dad. This is the first one.
Yeah, this is the first one, as Catherine said. I got a bit of a cold, so I'm sorry about that. This is a hen that we call the Cooper hen. We bought her probably 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago. She's a direct daughter of George, Cooper's principal breeder. We haven't bred many from her for a number of reasons, but this year we bred two very nice pigeons, and hopefully they'll do us some good. She's a beautiful hen. It cost us a lot of money, the most expensive bird we've ever bought, but you've got to, if you want the best, you've got to go in your pocket and get them. So this is the Cooper hen, and we have a lot of faith in her, and we'll see what happens.
Cheers, bud. Right, so that's number one. Dad's going to go in now and get number two. The dark cock I just showed you, he's bred from the Cooper hen when paired to a brother of our best racing hen ever, a pigeon called Daisy Rose. And both that cock and his sister, who's still in the young bird section, we've separated the cocks and hens off together. I think she's round the back actually at the moment. But they both perform very, very well as young birds. And with distance pigeons, this young bird performances isn't the be all and end all, but the signs are certainly encouraging from that pair. We've also had some other birds off her that have flown reasonably well. The thing with distance pigeons is they're not suited to the week in, week out racing that we get, but they suited more towards the longer ones. So they started to show their mark. This is the second one, and this is the Dutch hen, as we call her.
Yeah, the Dutch hen. Catherine bought this one off a Pippa sale. Again, she was not cheap by a long way, but she's a lovely type hen. For a number of reasons, we haven't bred many from her, but we hope to put that right this year. She's a lovely type hen. I believe the sister of this hen was 3rd International Barcelona.
Close fourth.
Fourth.
Yeah.
So the breeding is there, so it's down to us now, and we'll see what happens. But she's a lovely pigeon, lovely temperament. So, we're hopeful, and we can't be more than that. So that's the Dutch hen.
She's actually in very good condition as well. She's looking really well.
Yeah, she's a good one.
So yeah, so as Dad says, because of number one, we don't keep many pigeons. We don't like keeping many pigeons. We like to enjoy the pigeons as opposed to being slaves to them. And as you can probably tell from the videos and the way that we sort of manage the whole setup, we like to keep everything spick and span and keep on top of the work, which is very difficult if you've got a big team. Yeah, so we don't keep many, and also the birds or our established family, I suppose, of the pre-Olympic birds and the Daisy Rose family, as we call them. They're such good pigeons. They're such reliable pigeons for us in the races that we enjoy, that these new birds that we've brought in, even though we've only brought them in the last couple of years, We may take a pair a year off them, which considering the money is that we paid for them, is a bit of a waste. But that's the way it is with a small team. So yeah, that's it. So but hopefully this year we'll have a few more to try. Okay, this is the third one.
Just to mix it up a little bit, this hen is probably the best breeding hen we've ever had. We call her the Geordie hen. We bought her in an auction from the northeast. We don't normally buy blind, but in this case we did. The brother of this was Bird of the Year in the Up North Combine a number of years back, I think 2009. So we bought this hen, who was a sister to that cock. She bred us 4 national winners, an outstanding hen. She's always been paired with the pre-Olympic cock, and their offspring has been, you know, tremendous for us. The Geordie hen, best hen we've ever had. She's the mother of Daisy Rose. She's the mother of all our best pigeons, and something special.
Yeah, that's the one. So as we said earlier, what we've done so far is we've crossed some of our distance pigeons, if you want to call them that, into the Daisy Rose family. And this year it paid off with that nest pair that I showed you earlier. Yeah, that's a son, a late bred son that we've just taken off the Geordie hen, or Miss Tweedy as we put her on the pedigrees. He's a beautiful pigeon. That's Miss Tweedy when paired to Big Head, and he is an absolute cracker. Never raced, but we're going to keep him up. We're going to keep him for breeding. So he's, as you can see, he's in with our race bird, so he will be let out. He's a little bit flighty, as you can see, but yeah, we think he's got the gene. Well, he's certainly got the genes. Hopefully, he'll be able to pass them on. So he's
this cock this year. His number is 66, which I don't know if that's a superstitious number or what, but yeah, as Carwyn said, this cock is off Big Ed when paired to the Geordie hen. And the reason we bred him, because she's always been with the pre-Olympic cock, but we bred 2 young ones off the hen in earlier this year. She then stopped laying, and we thought that's the end of it. But we thought we'll try it, and we put her with Big Ed, and this is the result. And he's an absolute cracker. What he will do, we don't know, but for type, temperament, he's a real beauty.
So we shall see. So the plan is, whilst we're going to pair some of our distance birds together, we're also going to cross them into that line of pigeons. So we'll see. It's all theory. Whether they'll give the distance bird a little bit of speed, we will have to see. But for us, as we've also said, and you've probably picked up on in these videos, families of birds isn't important. Families are just people's names. You know, the birds that we sell, people say, oh, I got a Harris bird, or I've got a Derek Flowers bird, or Robert Pugh bird, or whoever's, you know, doing well in Wales or whatever, or around the country. To us, it's just good pigeons, and we want results. So all we're interested in is good results. We try not to, even though people do, you know, you do get the odd winner from a grandchild or a great grandchild or something. We try to buy as close as we can to the tree. So this is one of our cocks. This is the Cooper cock, as we call it, a son of pigeon the Coopers raced by the name of Darky, who also bred, I think a second international winner for them as well. So there we are. There's the Cooper cock.
Again, a lovely type. Very lightly raced, very lightly bred from, but he's got all the right characteristics. He took a time to settle in here. He's a bit flighty, but now he's sort of one of the family here, and he conforms quite well. So again, the first year we had him, we paired him with the Cooper hen off George. That didn't work out as we would have liked, but so we tried him with different hens, and we'll see what happens. But he's a nice type, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, in the last video that Carwyn made, he said we just invested in another pigeon, which is this one. It's a late bid, as you can see, very late. We brought it off
Geoff, Preece and Son?
Geoff, Preece and Son. He's from a pigeon called Jack Jones, which is one of the Preece's principal pigeons, breeders. We bought him as a cock, but whether he's a cock, it's too early to say. Hopefully that's the case, but if it's not, then so be it. But it's a nice pigeon. He settled in very, very well. So yeah, again, he's a lot lighter body than our pigeons. Our pigeons are fairly muscular. This one is not. But presumably that's the way these distance pigeons are made up. So we'll see what happens. But he's known as Geoff. Cameron's got these strange names for him, but we'll see what happens.
There we go. So that's our distance family, our small little distance, or collection, I wouldn't say family really. So the plan is this year we're hopefully going to pair them together, as long as Geoff turns out to be a Geoff and not a Gilfrey. Yeah, the plan is to keep them together and then cross them into our own family of birds. So there we are, that's 2019 done. 29, a brilliant year for us. Look back on it with many fond memories. But like all fanciers, 2020 we want to do even better. So thanks for watching. Ciao for now.
In the tiny town where I come from, you grew up doing what your daddy done, and you don't ask questions, you do it just because. You don't climb too high or dream too much. With a whole lot of work and a little bit of luck, you can wind up right back where your daddy was. This little